Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow, where we discuss everything and anything. And as you know, I am your host, Fine Boy David. And today on set with me is, to my right, Dime Dimeji. He's a producer and music artist, by the way. It's nice to have you on the show again. To my left is Raphael. It's nice to have you on. That thing we did do that, I don't come down for you. It's nice to have you on the show.
All right, sir.
And back to my right is the only lady I have on set, Abigail. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Today we'll be discussing a very serious topic. Now the topic is, do young people still dream big? Now compared to the millennials who jumped the high seas, who jumped the mountains, sailed the high seas to go to school. They had a vision. They knew what they were chasing after. I just almost breathed blunt. No. They knew what they were chasing after. They had the vision, and they had to find a means. Most of them had to find a means to get to where they wanted to be. Now, bringing us Gen Zs, there's always a talk about us not knowing what we want to do with our life. We go to school, we get off school, higher institution, you come out of higher institution, everything you studied that you thought you loved to study, you don't end up using it. Maybe it's here in Nigeria, let's put it that way. Or along the line of studying microbiology, you see that you're a great artist. You fall into painting, you do another thing or the other. Now, that begs the question, do young people still dream big? Well, someone is going to define what dreaming big is to me today now, because when you say dreaming big, I think I want to own like a very huge mansion very soon with like 12 cars in my garage, V12 engines, you know what I'm talking about. I want to have like one fine wife with like 3 kids, we'll be taking pictures, doing TikTok content every day. You get that what I'm talking about. But how do we get there if we don't know? Now, do young people still dream big? But before you actually answer that, what's dreaming big?
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this based on my perspective on what dreaming big is all about. So, dreaming big is, for me, I would say it's a personal thing.
Of course.
Because why it's personal is in this being centered on the fact that it's you. The world we live in today doesn't really, give or cares about your past. They don't care about your background. They don't care about what it is you passed through. The world always wants to celebrate success. You see, you check on the socials, the news. Every person that appears on the limelight is always someone that has achieved something. It's always someone that has made or has set his or her mark in an industry or in a sphere of influence. So for me, I would say dreaming or thinking big is the ability to have a consciousness of the greatness in you, and then having the ability to put that greatness into action.
That reminds me of the last time I was on set with this guy. I forgot to bring my book and my pen. So, Abigail, dreaming big.
Dreaming big. As you said, actually.
Anyways, before you continue, just get ready to spill your dreams on this set. Sharp. Oh, yeah.
As I said, actually, dreaming big is something personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, within you.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to know that, no, this thing, I want to achieve this particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, just need to work on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And just work on yourself, and you are going to achieve it.
I'm going to get to you, Dime, and I'm going to now 3 questions to the 2 of you.
Okay.
Now, you say it's a personal something.
Yes.
What if your personal dream is a tiny little stone on someone else's view?
My personal dream can be little, can be small.
So to you it's big.
Yes.
Okay.
But to another person it's small.
Okay, sorry, can I say...
Does that still make it big?
Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just put it this way. Every invention or everything that we see today, or that is being used today, is actually a product of a man's imagination, or
Yes.
probably a product of a man's thinking. Now, the thing about thinking is that it is a process, or it is a vision that only you can see. It is a possibility that only you can see. So, in the eyes of others, it may look insignificant. It, in the eyes of others, it may look like, hey, this doesn't make sense. I mean, imagine someone coming up with this idea that, oh, I found a way we can generate power aside from NEPA. And guess what? It's with what? H2O, water. Someone will be like, water. That is someone like, will I say, see finishing that dream. Yeah, because the best thing is like, who on earth would think about using water as a substitute for fuel? But then, in the eyes of the inventor, he's like, it's possible. It can happen. Take, for example, Martin Luther King Jr., of blessed memory. He dreamt of an America that will be equal, where blacks and whites could say hi to each other without having to run, or the white guy having to tell his son that, oh, that's a nigger. Run away from niggers like that. Martin Luther King Jr. had that vision, and then it made people feel like he's a black man.
Oui.
Rosa Parks had that vision too. They made people like, you're a woman.
I want to draw a line.
Okay.
How do I draw this line properly? The guy who brought about atom being the smallest indivisible particle of an element,
Okay.
Yes.
the guy who brought about gravity,
Yes.
Archimedes who brought about water, the soluble of water, if the mass of water displaces equals to the mass of water, mass of substance in the water, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that when those when those ideologies were accepted, those people were long dead?
Yeah. Some were long dead. Yeah. Some didn't really live to see what they did.
I want to do, is it really that thing you just said now? Is
Yeah.
it really dreaming big, or it's, what's that word? Is it establishment? Something like that. What's the word? Accomplishment. Is it really an accomplishment, or is dreaming big? Because what you are saying is things that do you know that for someone to sit down and, okay, I want to dream big, the dream is to make water become the next fuel, right, which will make things a lot easier, which means it's going to be environment friendly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resources you would need
Exactly.
to make this thing possible. At the end of making this thing possible, it's going to be an accomplishment,
Yeah.
not going to be seen as a dream.
Now, this is where it falls into two perspectives. To the creator, I don't mean like God, but to the person who has the
creator.
idea,
Mhm.
I'll tell him as the creator, he sees it as dreaming big.
Okay.
But when that dreaming big is being manifested or is being done,
It becomes an accomplishment.
it becomes an accomplishment.
Yeah,
Yes.
stop it there now. Dime. Dreaming big.
Well, to me, dreaming big is just like that's what you see. Get everybody get everything that they see.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird thing. So we just like we just say, this thing no easy. I must say this thing no be one day thing. So it's not something like deep down. There is one doubt in you like sure. Depends. Me, I'm talking about dreaming big now. I don't mean you wanting to accomplish something. There's a difference between like thinking of accomplishing something and you dreaming big.
Yes.
You get, there
Yes.
are dreams that will just once you just think about it, you stand up and go and start hustling. So, you can't get it clearly by just
There's some dream that you have been planning that I want to dream, like I want to make this thing happen, and at the end of the day it will come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Accomplish
Mhm.
it. So you yourself, so that I said is something personal. That you need to work towards it. Okay, for example, now you have it in mind that no, I want to have like 3 mansions.
Mm-hmm.
You need to work towards it.
Now, there's an economic saying that man is insatiable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man can never be satisfied,
Yes.
and
Yes.
resources are limited, right?
Exactly. Yes.
I used to be this person who did not particularly believe that some stuff could happen to me, right?
Okay.
So when stuff started happening, like when I started making stuff happen for me,
Yeah.
right, I would get to a certain level and I will see that I can do this stuff and I won't be comfortable there. Set another mountain to climb. Goes higher. In the long run, I feel like once I accomplish something I've set my mind to accomplish, I set a bigger target. But that makes the dream, that's like the dream is still different. Do you get?
Yes.
Than this achievement I'm making.
Yeah.
So there's a big line between achieving what you want to do and dreaming big. What exactly is that line?
Okay, so like they say, different strokes for different folks.
That's the wrong line. That's a very wrong line to use.
No, I'm going to give you reasons why I said
I
different strokes for
know.
different folks.
Find another synonym to add. Different strokes for different folks.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, the thin line there is consistency and discipline. Now,
that still boils down to accomplishment.
I feel like it's just satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Yes.
We can put it that way, but it can also be streamlined to discipline and consistency.
Okay.
Take for example, sorry, I want to use this illustration. Now, you are this farmer
Checking my time, I need to run.
who has a seed. Now, you plant the seed in the ground. You don't just leave it there, right?
Yes.
What do? You water it, clear the weeds, if any, and then keep it safe. Now, the seed there is your dream, your big dream.
I did.
Now, it won't just sprout up because you had it, you had the consciousness. Now, it is you having the consciousness, the understanding of, oh, this is what I want to be. These are the big plans, the things I want for myself. And then putting them to work. Because even the Holy Scripture says faith without work is dead. You claim to be, oh, by this age, I want to drive a car, I want to have this, and you don't even put one work. Heaven will just be telling you they play with your life. So it's more like having the dream, understanding that this is a dream, because some are illusions.
Heaven go easy do me.
Some are illusions. Some
I'm
are
also working towards
yeah.
this.
Okay.
Some are illusions. Some are just things you just woo-woo.
I get.
When you said it's just it's in the two of them. That's not the line.
Now.
You can't just say
yes.
you want to dream big and you don't work towards it. It's not.
Do you know?
going to
Do you
happen.
know? Do you know what we're going to do?
Okay.
We are going to have an accomplished person on this set to discuss this next time. This is going to
Okay.
have a part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we do that, now I want to ask you, what's your dream, Abigail?
My dream. For this life,
I cannot keep myself. Whoa.
my dream for me to be a successful person in life.
Can I belittle it?
Oh yeah.
Successful in what terms?
Like let me say in my
Get your own car, get
yes.
your own house,
my career.
manage, like what is it? No. Afford what you want.
Yes.
And that is satisfactory for you.
Yes.
What if you get to a stage where you are earning ₦1 million a month, which of course, like a normal human being that you are, because if ₦1 million is not doing you a month, we have to check what you do with your life. Now, if you get to a stage where ₦1 million a month should, this is like just you. Let's say you have family. So per person you say, okay, just family around, let's say we'll keep 2.5 for them. But for me, this is ₦1 million, fuel my car, buy some stuff, eat some kind of good food. Would you say you are satisfied with your care?
No.
Or would you push a little bit forward?
I'll be looking like ways
To get better.
to get it better. Yes, exactly.
So along the line, the dream is going to change. Or the vision is going to expand.
The dream is not going to change.
The vision is going to expand.
Yes, exactly.
So
That's just it. The
it's
dream is
not-
not going to change because I'm working towards it.
So damn.
So that's just it.
Except from producing for Davido. What's your dream?
To be very honest, yeah.
If you produce for Davido and you don't produce for me next, beef go dey. Go on.
No panic, we gotta do. And me, most of my dreams, like, they are aligned. Like, I won't say I
So
have
what
one
is the
particular
dream?
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to
Joseph the
explain now.
dreamer.
I can tell you this is my dream.
Mm-hmm.
But now this is just the first step of my dream.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? Because I know
What
in order
else
to get
now?
my dream, I need to get this dream.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? I can tell you now. Okay.
In order to get your dream, you need to accomplish this.
Yes, first.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you, okay.
So
tomorrow
what
to do
is
this.
no? Paint a big picture, and that's the dream. Every other step you have to make across the line is called an accomplishment.
That picture go by. You just.
But what is it supposed to be like?
Like your dream.
Okay, I just want a space where I'm able to be an influence to others musically, with other entertainment industries.
That's a big dream.
So
That's wide.
it could involve you having your own channel on
people
DSTV.
Yes.
accomplish their dreams.
Nice.
That's nice.
Professor Raphael.
No, Pastor Raphael.
Okay.
Professor Raphael.
Okay.
Well, mine is I don't know if I should say this live, but it's gonna be said regardless. My dream is to be a source of encouragement to people, becoming someone who, through me, a lot of people will have, hope, because generations of now, we just live our lives as though, well, there's nothing. We just live and then we come and go. Life goes on, like a singer once said. So I just want to be that kind of person that will impact hope, life to everyone around me.
Okay.
I want to say something about that.
Okay.
Along the line of your dream
Yeah.
is part of my own achievement.
Okay.
You see that your dream, I want to tell you directly, like as an advice from me to you.
Okay.
You are not going to accomplish that.
Mm.
You are going to start living that dream now.
Yeah, I've actually started.
So
I've actually
you are
started.
the light of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to shine that light, to start shining it
No.
in
Yeah.
everything you do
Yeah, sure.
now.
Yeah.
No wait till when you start making 1 million naira.
No, no.
Since everybody's sharing, we're done. This has been a wonderful episode. I like the way my voice is calm. I want to say this. My dream is quite very simple. But there's a target, yes. I want to be of help to every and to anybody at any given time. Now, there's something I want to achieve before I can say yes, this dream is well lived. Is first of all, I would like an NGO. Second of all, I would want to have a very massive estate.
Wow.
That's wide.
In that estate is where, I can move people in to live in. It could be very small apartments, but you can pick people off the streets and okay, this is a home for you to live in. This is a job for you to do. What you have to do is do your job. You make a living out of it. You clean yourself up. As much as I want to help you with aid, I will want to give you the means to help yourself. It's not okay. I have an advice. You should do this better or something like that. I can give you that advice. But I would prefer that I be okay. I own an establishment. That's it. First thing I want to do, honestly, like I said, I have a lot of things I want to accomplish. Yeah. First in my mind to get is an acre for just agriculture. The next line I want to get is to build a shopping complex. Yeah, full something as you've been to ICM. Something as big as ICM, and then put things. You won't come and collect shop from my hand. Me, I will put things in the shop, and then I'll put you in the shop to take care of it. Put you in instead of. It's not. Someone said that it's going to be me controlling people's lives, but I won't personally be controlling your life. I will just give you a means and the opportunity to do better for yourself is what I want to achieve. That's the dream. You know, I want to be a big person, but as a big person, is my life helping you? Is what I've come to realize, that a lot of people have money, but the money is for themselves, and nobody is really saying anything about it. I want to be the person who will use my money to raise men. I want to be the emperor that raises kings. What's the saying? And this has been a wonderful episode on Let's Talk About Tomorrow. And from me to you, viewer, the dream is now. You start living the dream now. People may say you fake it till you make it, but for you, you shouldn't be faking. You should be living until you make it. And now this has been a wonderful episode on Let's Talk About Tomorrow. We hope to see you next time on the part 2 of this episode, where, you know, I'll bring someone, a big man, that will speak to us. Maybe, you know, what will happen is if you sit down, we'll sit down on the floor, and we preach to us. Yes, you learn from the feet of the master. Yeah, well, this wraps up this episode. Bye for now.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.